Hi, it's Linda Onemeforo here, and I welcome you to another episode of the networking series today. It's the first day of May, and of course, the new month, and we come with good tidings. First of all, I pray that this new month is going to expose you and be able to reveal to you dimensions of results that will cause men to favor you progressively. Amen. It's a month of blessing already. Tap into them progressively each and every day. And that is why we are bringing this good news to you and at this time. If it is your first time coming to my channel, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to get a notification when the next value drops. And if you're watching me live on Facebook, kindly go ahead to click on that follow button, because that is one of the best decisions you're going to make in your life. And I tell you why. Today I'm going to share with you how you can be able to review your relationships. I've had a lot of persons who tell me that, Miss Linda, I am tired of these people that I'm associating with. I understand that you have a toxic association already. I just want to delete all of them and start all over again. If you're that kind of person, you are totally welcome. This is for you. It is also for you if you're the kind of person that wonders if really people around you, they truly care about you. With all of the things you have been depositing in the relationship and all of that, you want to be able to find out if this thing still works. And that is why this particular session or series is for you. And if you know someone who needs to be here, kindly tag them in the comment section. Of course, copy the link and share to them, because the envy is less when everyone is succeeding. So I'm going to share with you why and how you can be able to review your relationships. It's new month, and it's a great necessity if you are actually aiming for better results and to accessing your blessings that are already made available for you this month. Okay, so this is practically what it is. First of all, the mistake that these sets of persons make is that they actually want to delete their contact. They just want to find new persons. They are just getting all feisty. Why? Because they are emotional at the moment. They are not factual about these things. So you don't make decision when you are angry, when you are under a certain kind of emotions. That's why people who set their goals because of New Year, you find out that even before Valentine's Day, they can't even remember the goal that they have set for themselves in January. Why? Because their goal was set on the new month emotions, right? And then they tend to be able to ask themselves, when you now ask them, what is now your goal? They can't be able to explain anything, because that energy is nowhere to be found anymore. And so they can't be able to identify critically exactly what goal that they actually made for themselves. A lot of people will say no grief for anybody. They have already started agreeing with so many persons. And so because other persons were saying no grief for anybody and all of that, they joined in the energy and made a certain kind of decision. Because the proximity of your foolishness is going to reveal itself when you are under some certain kind of emotions like anger, sometimes excitement, right? So you want to be able to be in that state that enables you to actually be very truthful to yourself and to be able to measure exactly based on your own expected outcome. And that's why you have to be in a factual state more than an emotional state to actually review your relationships. So it's something that demands that you take your time looking forward to your expected outcome to actually make some certain decision. And I tell you why. Why should you be able to review this relationship? First of all, you already know that the connections, the networks, or the relationship you are building must be in these three dimensions, right? It is meant to be by the reason of your growth. It is going to be by the reason of productivity. It is going to be by the reason of profitability. Anything outside of this is toxic. So whatever thing that helps you grow, whatever thing that makes you productive, whatever things that makes you profitable, whatever relationship that brings profit to the table, you know what I mean by profit. And all of these things are sets of persons who we appreciate recognize, and reward your value, right? These are the sets of persons. This is what they do, and they must be in these 3 dimensions if it is a productive relationship, if it is geared towards something very positive and massive for the result you seek. So if it is not outside of this, I'm sorry, you are in a toxic relationship, to say. All right, and by virtue of how you can be able to review this relationship, you can now be able to identify truly where you should be and where you should focus more of your energy on this month of May. Are you ready for me? Exciting. So first of all, you need to understand that the essence of you reviewing is not for you to throw away already the relationship that you already have, right? So you review your relationship, being in that factual state. You now begin to ask yourself, how much have I grown? Who contributed to this? There are so many relationships you are in right now that you have outgrown. The only thing you are now talking about is always gossip. You just gossip about people. And remember, a conversation about people is already a small mind. You begin to die without your consent when you begin to spend more time with them. So how you are going to review, or how you are going to be able to review this, is to be able to watch the attention and time being spent on these sets of persons. Now, on the aspect of the fact that you have outgrown some relationships, right? On the aspect of the fact that you have outgrown some relationships, you want to focus more on a relationship that will help you to keep growing more than the ones that you outgrew. Do you understand? So that way you can now be able to ask, oh, this is my particular friend, because that is where the role of seasonal relationship comes in. And that is how the best way for you to transit relationships. It's not for you to delete them. Yes, they are still very valuable, but at this point in your life, you can't be able to spend so much time with them because they are not the relationship that you truly need now for the expected outcome or the intended result that you want for yourself on these 3 dimensions that I already mentioned, which is growth, productivity, and profitability. You don't want to be going forward and at the same time going backwards, because relationships, 80% of your success is dependent on the quality of your relationships, right? So you want to review those relationships. Reviewing those relationships is going to help you segment them, segment your connections, right? You know your key connections, you know your mentors. If you need to add more things in the things that will help you to grow, become productive, and also profitable, you want to look out for something that looks like this. Or probably in what you are working on, there are some things that you need to incorporate that is not existing in your network. You also need your present network to access higher networks. So that's why you shouldn't even think about deleting those networks or connection or relation. They are very, very valuable. It's just that at this moment and at the time of your growth, you may not be able to spend time with them, but you can leverage on them to access higher networks that you actually need for the level of growth you want to attain part time and progressively. Understand that why you keep networking is because you want to grow progressively, you want to be more productive, and you want to be in that particular network that makes you be be insignificant in such a way that you work on yourself to actually grow. You don't want to be in a place where you are the odogu of everything. At the moment that you are in, you are always in a network whereby you are seen as the almighty. My sister, my brother, you are dying. You are not becoming. You are not growing. As a matter of fact, plus minus is minus. And you may not be able to take cognizance of all these things because you are feeling the recognition, the influence is all rubbing off on you. Before you know it, you develop pride and all of that. But when you go into networks that humbles you, it challenges you to actually grow more, which is where you are meant to be this month. So if you want to accelerate into doing something better, you have to get in a space where you get to know better in order to do better, to get better results. So that is what you want to do. You want to transit, you want to check out, oh, this sense of person, I think we are talking too much about people. I don't need to spend so much time with this set of persons, although they are valuable, right? So you reduce the time and the attention you give to this set of persons, because I always advise my audience, never, whatever that is not in your intention must not command your attention. You can write that down in the comment section. So it is very important this month that you actually review your relationships in order to keep growing, to keep being productive, and keep being profitable. right? So you will not be having unnecessary issues with people and then trying to take people away that you have built a lot of good relationship with that can be maximized in the future, because there are futuristic relationship, there are seasonal relationship, there are people that will come and begin to work in your life now, and there are people that you already have in your contacts now that is going to be able to make you grow more productively in the future. So you want to look at them. Oh, I've connected with these sets of persons, but we have not been able to talk. Let me find out. What do? You now be able to explore those options because you already have those contacts. That is why saving contact is not entirely bad. You just have to be the kind of person who can be able to define your values to enable you align interests when you want to start a conversation for the essence of true connection. Right? So I wish you all the best in the month of May that is going to actually help you to make the best out of the results that you seek this month and beyond. All right? So make sure that you be able to review your relationship. Is very, very important. See, the two critical decisions you are going to make in life is, number one, deciding on your purpose, to follow the path of your purpose. And then the second one that is very, very important, people don't pay attention, is to be able to decide on your relationship or partnerships. Because you can find and want to deploy your purpose, but when you are with the wrong partner, you may not deploy that purpose. That is why it's very, very critical you take your relationship seriously. And that is why we have created this platform to be able to help these sets of persons understand strategic connections and the influence that it has to your deployment of purpose in order to truly build a legacy that you are called into this world for. So Networking Challenge Pro Max is for you if you want to know how best to build, sustain, and maximize, and as well as transit your relationship productively and profitably. It is time for you to build a tribe that recognizes, appreciates, and rewards your value. That whenever you dispense your value or you share to a particular person pertaining that conversation, that you will be appreciated for who you are, and you are unique, and you are not comfortably, but you are uniquely expressing yourself rather than trying to impress people. You want to be in that state, and that is why building a strategic network is very important for you. That's why we have created that platform that enables you to become a confident global champions, because our goal is to help these intentional youngsters and committed youngsters to actually build strong self-esteem and actually build strategic networks and connection to thrive in their unique spaces. You should be in this space if you are very intentional. You should be in this space if you are very committed into your growth, into your productivity, and into your profitability, because your money is not in the bank, it is in the community. It's time for you to build a tribe, and that's your big goal needs bigger circle. I can't wait to welcome you as a confident global champion, because it is going to be a privilege from the resources we make available for you, accountability system that helps you to be able to become these things. We don't give you a one-off training and allow you to sort things out by yourself. No, we provide this training as a source of carrying you along till you become this thing and become a master in it. And that is why you should be here. And if you know someone who needs this particular opportunity, copy this link and share to them and bless their lives. And they will forever be grateful to you for actually sharing this particular value with them. With that, I want to say thank you so much for joining me for today's live series. I know that you have gotten a lot of value, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Next time I show up on the networking series. Don't forget to copy and share to your network, because the envy is less when everyone is succeeding. I am still your go-to-get networking strategist, as well as your friend, Linda Onemefro. Bye for now.